clock, running, shot, clock, running. Welcome to Shot Clock. If you come in my lane, you getting your shot blocked. Coach BuB on the mic, yeah, it's a hot spot. This is the podcast, tune into the broadcast. It might be a special guest, never know who gon' slide past. Got some topics to discuss while making the time pass. Let's talk about rap, let's talk about fashion, let's talk about sports, or what's the latest gadgets, and I ain't trying to brag. This right here the best show. Cross over, then lay him up with the left though. Let's go. You got the rock. Time ticking, who willing?
Yeah, so I watched some of the routes they run, and one side of the offense ain't doing nothing. He's off the line walking. The other two running. I'm like, bro, you can't run an offense that way. Because with that, those two get kind of covered. Them guys are sitting there just doing nothing. Yeah. So I'm like,
So, will they ever beat you?
Their time to beat us was last year. And they didn't. Now it's rolling. I don't think they have a chance to beat us. I'm not going to be there anymore. Just the way things. Their kids kind of like, they're good talented kids, but you can tell when they're not used to playing from behind or in a tight game. You can see it, you know what I'm saying? So they get in that moment, you can tell that they're not used to doing that. And that's when the mistakes happen. And then us who've been there before, kind of like, okay, we do this all the time, so they ain't new to us. So you see, even last year, they was better on paper, talent-wise, way better on paper. You know, play for player, no question. And people think that because High Springs went to 6 that now the big brother gone, you know what I'm saying? We still got on the schedule. You know, we still play on week 2 of our schedule. Yeah. So we ain't running for nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about your schedule. Y'all got a gauntlet.
Major gauntlet. Major. I think that's how we wanted it to be. You know what I'm saying? Cause the last 2 years we had 8-game seasons, and couldn't find no opponents or players. So we said, you know what? Let's go out there and just get a big schedule. Our kids are ready for that moment. Cause I said with High Springs State, our kids ain't played close game all year. So we play a team like that. Like, okay, now what do we do? Okay. We had nothing to tell them to go off of it because we didn't play a team that can play with us. So we just felt like those 3 games out the gate. Cause our conference is to the area is not good, but we know them city games are a little tougher. Booker T, for example, we played them last year. They came out the gate wanting to beat us. Y'all ain't nothing. Y'all ain't nobody. City rivalries. These kids went to middle school together. You know what I'm saying? They played us tough. Yeah. First half, it was 7-0 everywhere. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Came out ready to play. But second half, as you can see, the coach took over, and that's when we blew out the game. You know what I'm saying? So this is a small difference, man, in the city games. That I feel like.
Yo, it's your boy Coach BuB. We're on another episode of Shot Clock Podcast, and I got a very, very, very special guest back for the second time, the field general, the defensive juggernaut, Maury's DC's own motherfucking Mike Prill.
My boy, what's
good, baby? Good?
Chilling, man. Enjoying this podcast, man. My first one I'm doing, like, from the first time I did it, so I'm kind of excited to do it, man. Talk ball with a guy I know, so I feel pretty good about it, man.
Alright, let's get into this, man. So we talk about just even your style of coaching, right? It's kind of like in your face, aggressive. I'm gonna tell you about it, and then we're gonna do it. Where did that develop from? Like just coming back, is that how you played as a player, or is that something you developed as a coach, or was that how you played and everything?
Well, like I said, growing up, playing off, like I said, this is how we always taught young kids, because I was 5 years old. So it's like, my coach told me one time, he said, look, if you don't bite as a puppy, you don't bite as no dog. So, and I was 5, I heard that, I knew what he meant when he said it, you know what I'm saying? So I see my kids saying, if you are on this practice field, you can come out here and bite somebody, that know the real game, you ain't gonna do it nowhere, because you do it with your teammates. Mm-hmm. So I kind of make the thing where them guys play aggressive, and they can be who they are, instead of being like system players, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all know, even Little League, people love the blitz. It's fun to go blitz. You know what I'm saying? Man to man, so we do some play in the backyard. I'm playing 808. That's my man. I gotta guard him. You know what I'm saying? So why not do something been doing their whole life? Why not keep it to the same system where they know what to do? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I do it that way.
Is that effective? What's the ups and what's the downs of that style of playing football?
So my style of the scheme is that I want to be aggressive. I want to dictate tempo of the game. So if I'm if we blitzing, you might hold some calls because you know where we're coming from. So I feel like the coordinator, I can dictate what you call and when you call it. You know what I'm saying? But the downside about it is that if you get home, this guy by himself.
Gotcha.
He can fall down, get a PI call, third and 10, now the first down. So it's all pros and cons. And also in the run game, if you listen a lot, it's man-to-man coverage, you have no support on the outsides. But if this guy misses, it can be a 20-yard game. You know what I'm saying? So it's pros and cons to it. You can't get pressure to the quarterback. High school level's kind of like O-lines aren't really coached that well from my experiences. So pressure kind of gets to them. Somebody comes free, get a sack or a pressure or a hit. Things going like that. So it has pros and cons to it.
Your style of coaching, where does that stem from? Is that high school? Is that college? Or is it everything? Like, is specific coordinators or specific schemes for what? Like, where does that come from?
I think it came from when I first started playing football into high school and college. All the coaches, I can only coach how I've been coached. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of in-your-face coaches. A lot of coaches, hey, if you mess up, your ass coming out. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I try to give it to them, but also build them up after I might have cut you out a little bit, but I also build you back up and say, hey, you know what I'm saying? Now you know what you did wrong, go out there and fix it. You know what I'm saying? As a coach, you can't come down on every kid the same way. You know what I'm saying? I learned that from my coach and my staff. It pretty, you might gotta cut this kid, don't take that way you coach that way, so you might gotta come in a different way. I learned that every kid you can't fuss at, you can't be hard on because they shut down on you. And I don't need that in the game, you know what I'm saying? So, but mine came from coaches in college, in your face, tell you how it is, don't sugarcoat it. Son, you playing some shit right now. Son, you sorry right now. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I take it personal. Some kids might say, oh, he don't like me, he always hard on me. I want to prove to you that I can do what you tell me I can't do.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So these kids nowadays have a different thing about them. You tell them they can't play really well, they might shut down, they don't ask you no more what to do your own thing. But my thing was, I don't want to be that guy on the team for the guy that I grew up with, playing in the neighborhood with, being when I saw it, the one that getting beat, you know what I'm saying, just a tackle. You know how back in the day, he don't be that guy, y'all all want to practice. You know what I'm saying, bro, you sorry, bro. you lost, you know what I'm saying? That's all we got to hear is your homeboy in the neighborhood. So, older guys, they were like, man, you sorry, man, you cost us money in the hood right now. That's how it was. So, it's all mix up both, Little League, high school, and college all at once. So, for me, it's been good for me because a lot of kids respond to me in a good way. So I like my style of coaching. Some don't like it. Some do, but my kids love it. So that's why I say I'm gonna keep doing what they love to do. So I'm gonna keep doing it.
All right. So we talk about coaching. And you had a very, very illustrious career. From high school level, playing Power 5 football. When did you know you wanted to coach? Is that something that did the game dictate, like, hey man, I know it's over, so I want to still have this itch, or was it something that I always knew I was going to be a coach? Like,
I think it was my junior year in college, man. I'm in Louisville, Kentucky, played for Louisville, and coach had this freshman come in. Basically, he had me coach the freshman guys up on the playbook. And cause I was the playbook, I was the film guy. I knew the playbook in like 4 or 5 weeks. I knew the whole playbook just like that. Because I was like, look, it was a passion of mine. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So when I started teaching the guys that's coming in, I feel like, I can do this, at a level. You know what I'm saying? The guys were productive. They understood what's going on because I didn't have the time to take it out. So I'm like, you know what? Boom. But the problem was when I got done playing, then we all went through it. That depression when it's over. You know what I'm saying? It was
that not to cut you.
No, you're fine.
That shit is real. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have nobody to coach you through it. Like, it's not an exit track because everybody leaves the game differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, under different circumstances.
No
you know
question.
what I'm saying? Now, some are fortunate enough where they dictate, when they're going to leave. You know what I'm saying? But that's not even a percent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that joint is real, man.
Real.
Like, it takes people a long time sometimes. Mm-hmm. Some not. And I mean, how many athletes we know? And I know a lot of them. Not to call names, but one probably even been on the show. Yeah. But they're still so stuck in that moment that what I'm saying, that they can't even nothing else functioning. It's like everything they talk about, like you can say, man, Privott had 10 tackles last night. Mm-hmm. Or I remember, in '85, man, I had 15.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, and it's like, bro, like you make everything about you. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you never. Some of them, like we said, they never get out of that.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, you need to talk to somebody.
For real.
You need another hobby. You need to figure out, you know what I'm saying, how you can keep that competitive. Because it's not even the game, I think, it's the competitive edge. You know what I'm saying? That's what you miss. You miss the routine. You know what I'm saying? The wake up, the smell of the locker room, you know what I'm saying? The changing your spikes. You know, just everything about the routine that gets you. You know what I'm saying? You eventually get over not playing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you missed just sitting in the locker room shooting shit. You know, just talking about it, man. You know, oh yeah, you got that. You know what I'm saying? Like just all of that.
Good times, man. Good memories, man. No boy, it's one of the things where it took me because I had one class left. So that spring semester, I had one class. So I went on campus a little bit, and I realized like, dang, I'm missing something. Because I had class, we had workouts, we had meetings, and I didn't have it no more. Mm-hmm. So I was kind of like, what I'm gonna do now? I was so depressed about at least 3-4 months. It was crazy. So the time I had a girlfriend at the time, and she said, "You put her down, man. Like, what's up with you? You know, it's yourself." And she knew what it was. She said, "How about you go coach somebody? You football team in high school, whatever." I'm like, I don't want to coach, because I still play. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So I went to Bugsy High School one day. I rode by. I saw him practicing. You know, so I started by the head coach was a former. He's a legend in my city, Coach Flowers, man, coach young kids, you know what I'm saying?
I coach your parents.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, he said, I can't say, man, Coach, what's you doing, man, you know what I'm saying? And as soon as I got out there, I knew something I wanted to do. You know, it was instant, like, I said, hey, man, you did that wrong, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, I want to do this, you know what I'm saying? And then from there, it just, that fulfilled my passion for the got that feel.
And you still get every aspect now.
Every aspect of it.
Preparation. Competing, because now as a DC you going against that offensive coordinator, like that's who you checking, or in a sense, or that's who I got to tackle. Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. Like I got to beat him, I got to be better than him. I got, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, for sure. But that definitely was the same. That it got rid of that for me for
And people understand, like I played since I was 5 years old. So from there I started playing. I was 23. That's 18 years of something I did every single day. I was about 5 years old. It was no time off. I was doing it forever. And outside, doing it in practice all season. We were playing outside every day. I'm saying for 18 years straight, always doing it. College, waking up, going to the weight room. Going to team run.
If anybody else do something for 18 years straight, they about to retire.
No question. No question.
Anybody, they would call you a professional in your profession, and you are. Retire and get paid for it and sit back. Then that's when reality hit. All right, now what I do? Like you said, I go into coaching, careers and everything like that. So let's just talk about a little bit about the first state championship that you won, right? Mm-hmm. So obviously, as a staff, once you achieve that goal. Mm-hmm. That's only the bar net. Like that's every year. I'm pretty sure building up to that, that was even the goal. You know what I'm saying? But it's not. It's only a goal until we achieve it now. Now you know what I'm saying? Now it is like this is who we are. Mm-hmm. This is what we're about, and this is the standard. Like it becomes the standard here. Like when you walk in these halls, when you put on this blue and orange, like and nothing else is acceptable. No,
nothing else. And it was crazy. I think that the year before we won the state, 2018, we was talented, and you start winning games. You kind of start feeling yourself. Even as coaches, you would start to feel like, hey, my team is better than your team. You know what I'm saying? And we played a Highland Springs team that was those guys. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't really know. Being my area, we already our area. We have a different a swag to it. Yeah, we feel like we the best at everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's always been that way. So me not really knowing who they were, come from down here, I thought that hey, we from the city. Back go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that game changed my whole life as a coach. Yeah. Made me a better coach. I realized that what I had going on, I got to get better. Mm-hmm. Everybody might know we lost 71-28. In that game up there. You know what I'm saying? And for us, I felt like we got our butt kicked and we couldn't do nothing about it. Like our kids were so demoralized that as a coach, you have no answers for them right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, Okay, my kid one time, no lie, how do you tackle him? I said, hey man, we see out there. I said, coach, like on Friday, like, coach, they big, coach, they fast, coach. I take they fast, coach. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I do right there.
Yeah,
it's
a long night.
We gotta get better staff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, our first year together, it worked well for us. So that whole off season, we knew we had coming back. We might return like probably like 15 guys from that last year team. You know what I'm saying? And that whole all season was geared to that game. Like it was. We had the articles up in the locker room. We had the score up on the weight room. They see it every single day. Like, yo, our last game, we got embarrassed.
Yeah.
What we did the first year, we got
you better. The defensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
You gave up 71.
Yeah. You know
and I gotta live with that.
I gotta live with that.
365
no questions.
I gotta, you know, and I'm sure people was ready, even from your city.
Yeah.
Because as much shit as you talk,
You
know what I'm saying? I know, you know what I'm saying? So that's an added pressure as well, you know what I'm saying? So how did you deal with that?
Well, I want to come out and say that we didn't give up 71 on defense.
I got you. A lot of turnovers. Okay.
I'll tell you what happened. So you know how you play, you know, you do offense, defense. You know, it's always get to that. So we lost as a team on special teams. I think that we don't really you coach it, but you don't put the time into it. We gave up a punt return. 2 punt returns, that's 14. Gave up a kick return, 2 kick returns out of that. That's 20 by itself. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So we were, at halftime, the score was 21-24. We was down by 3. Okay. So, first play against second half, it returned a kickoff. I knew right then it was over. Our kids were so like, defeated. It was like, well, how we do it, they got to answer what we got. You know what I'm saying? And they blocked the punt. So, play on the road, you give up 2 kick returns, 2 punt returns, and a block play, and you get a pick 6. That's 35 points already. You know what I'm saying? So defensively, we still gave up probably 42 on defense. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay. The other 35 was on the other team, so it wasn't so bad. Now, if we say we get the score, it probably 42-28. You know what I'm saying? But we realized that this is a program. This is what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? Like they had all 50 NFL teams that really kicked our butts from the time the game started. And we were playing with them, but the small aspect you really talk about took the toll because we didn't put a lot of time into it.
That sound like
you know what I'm saying? Like it was like
that sound like my junior year when we played Westfield, Eddie Royal, Evan Royster, and Sean Clinton.
I remember that.
And same entire, bro, we went and goddamn, was on 103 Jams, did the countdown and had 13-0 1 to go shirts on.
Ooh.
We on the radio, man, we ain't about to lose these white boys.
You feel me? Like,
you know the unwritten rule.
You know the unwritten rule, bro.
We just like, man, we not about to lose.
You know it.
Man, we went up there, like you said, we took that little trip to Richmond, and bro,
I remember that.
It got ugly.
Yeah.
But like you said, the same thing. First time, not really knowing what do we get beat on. All week long, we harped on Eddie Royal, you know, at the time they comparing to Dante Hall.
Yeah. Remember that, yeah.
And we both, like pre-practice, we bullshitting on punt team.
Yeah.
You know, special team, whatever. I get out there, I'm in the training room, you know, all that, man, whatever, dog. What we do, first punt, kick it to Eddie Roy. We weren't supposed to kick it to Eddie Roy. He go score. We up. Kick it to Eddie Roy. He score. Next punt, we muff it. We kick a 2-yard punt. They score.
Yeah.
And like you said, now we defeat.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Then we come back on offense, and the best football player I've ever seen in my life fumbles twice. Deja, this guy rest his soul.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was just.
Yeah.
Like you said though, when it happens, and they go full throttle, and then when you playing one of them teams, the programs, like they gonna take advantage of that shit.
ASAP.
Like it's like a shark in the water, man, with blood. Like they smell it and they bite.
Yeah. And those coaches in Highland Springs, man, I'll never forget it, man. I was I was talking big shit. I was like pregame, I was doing my random team trying to earn back. Y'all sorry, like we for the city, we couldn't win this. We trying to earn back.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget it. So when their skill guys came out, I was like, we also got the same skill guys. Now mind you, it's just us and the skill guys. Our whole team is out here.
Yeah.
The other team out there. But I I didn't realize that the lineman hadn't come out yet, right? So mine just this crazy story. So I'm popping big shit, talking to everybody, you know what I'm saying? So the O-line coach, he said, "Hey, young fella, hey, look over there." So I look over there, right? And he said, "There they go." Like, what are you talking about? The bell started ringing. They're like, "Here they go." Coach, he brought out 25 linemen. You heard me? I can't even make 25. I'm talking about everybody 250 or better. 25 of them. And I said, "Oh, that's what they're talking about." You know what I'm like? I was so shocked. I'm like, I've never seen 25 linemen.
Hell no.
They had 5 rounds of 5 of linemen.
Shit.
And you know, down here, we don't have that many big guys.
We don't have, most of our linemen aren't linemen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
He had 25 of them. Mind you, that's the first time I seen a whole O-line and a whole D-line. Now, mind you, they played 10 different defensive linemen in that game. 10. They were all players that were solid players. You know what I'm saying? Give a guy a break, and that was like, wow, I keep that coach, they fast coach, they big coach. Like, coach, they fast coach. I'm like, we knew right then that we had to up our ante as coaches. Okay. You know, we knew that game was the more like on that bus ride. I said, as a coach, I got to do a better job preparing my guys. Because you know, when you're winning, you don't really look at the small things that you lack in.
Right.
You don't see that part.
Right. Yeah.
Until a team comes and show you
Yeah.
that, hey, you ain't like it, you get better.
Yeah.
And from then on, it was a point where in fall camp, we spent 4 days straight on doing special teams. We do offense, the first 4 days, even now to this day, that's our routine. In fall camp, first 4 days, helmets on, it's all special teams. All of it. You know what I'm saying? All we do is 4 days straight in fall camp. And it changed. And you see, our teams.
Helmets anyway.
Yeah, you know, we did the whole 4 days, and now from that point forward, the last three years, we're one of the best teams in the state.
What it also does tells your kids that this shit is
serious. Yes.
You know, when I'm making the first thing that we start the camp with is special teams. Like, I'm letting you know right now, like, this joint is just as important as offense and defense.
It was, we came out, man, we were like, yo, can we do it? And then what we told you guys, it's an honor to be considered to be on special teams. You know what I'm saying? Like, I told kickoff team, my coach Bryce coached the punt team, and we handpicked these guys that we feel like help us win. Like, it's no kid on like we're like just go on there for a break. No, our starters play on all special teams, all our starters. You know what I'm saying? Because Highland Springs, they had we had JV guys, because we had a lot of players. They had real guys out there. You know, like, all right, now we see what we gotta do for this coach. If you start on offensive defense, you gonna play those teams regardless. If you want to play that, you play on offense, you play on defense. You ain't play. If you feel like, you too good to be all-star teams, you ain't play defense. That's simple. You know what I'm saying? So, give him the curse, man. Like, when you winning and you're confident what you're doing, and somebody punch you in the mouth for the first time, it's like, all right, we gotta do something different.
So when you got that monkey off your back, though, like, finally, winning it, now what does that do to you? Like, the drive now it becomes worse than it was. You chasing now, like, I got 2. And I need 3.
And as coaches, that's how we felt. The moment winning one, you won as a player, I won as a coach. And that feeling is unmatched. To know that your hard work put in from January to now, it's a whole year.
Yeah.
And you now cap off the goal. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I think our issue was we put the pressure on. Now, mind you, we lost from that team. We lost 17 starters from that state team. You know what I'm saying? But we thought if the guys that coming back were ready to go, but probably the experience they had it. So we put the pressure on those young guys that were now first year starters. Say, hey, now we got to win state. We got to win state. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot for those guys. I'm now a junior, but my first year actually started. I played like spot play. It's a different player being a full-time starter. And we realized, say that the COVID hit. We won state, so we didn't play that team. We played in the spring, so we didn't have enough, not enough time, but we just didn't have the guys when they have a full off season to get them prepared for the season.
Okay.
And we got there, and we won the states. We got to the state semifinal game. We played Highland Springs again, and they beat us 13-0 at home. They were senior heavy. Now, mind you, our whole offseason 19 year was geared towards them. We went for High Springs. Like I said, we went for Springs. Mind you, that year they lost to Marina. So we didn't get to play them with our best team. You know what I'm saying? We felt like, hey, now
this is when I wanted to play
y'all, and they didn't make it to us.
Gotcha.
So the COVID year or whatever, now we lost 17 seniors, whatever. Now a new group in. Now we play them again with their senior loaded and we're not. You know what I'm saying? No excuses. But they were senior loaded and we wasn't.
And they beat you again.
They beat you again. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, So, but the quest for a second one, man, like even now, man, it's still easy to me because we've been to the last, 3 in a row. We won 1, we lost 2.
Let's talk about the one. That was the one at ODU, right?
Yes.
Right? I watched that one.
Yeah.
I watched the one, the catch, right?
The catch.
Yeah. I watched that one.
It's crazy because I got a nickname. People we know, people on the internet, they say Hail Mary Mike. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I got to deal with that.
Yo, that's a.
I
felt for you, bro.
Oh, yeah, you should have.
As a defensive guy, you know what I'm saying? I'm watching like, I'm really like, damn. Like, yo, you about to die too.
Yo,
like,
you know what I'm saying?
Like,
mind you.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's in the bag. And,
it was in the bag, man.
The most, routine. You know, we practice 2-minute drill every day. You know what I'm saying? But like we said, everybody got a plan until you get punched in the face.
And that was one thing that I really not regret, but mind you, this is state championship, right?
All right, walk us through that play.
So we
walk us through that. Was it a timeout?
So we called a timeout.
Okay.
You know, and what happened was my actual pass defense, my 2 safeties were hurt. 5 and Mike was in the game.
Little Mike.
Yeah, we got hurt.
Okay.
So now my two actual pass guys, safety wise, wasn't in the game. So I had to stay base defense. You know what I'm saying? So it came out. So I said, look guys, we're going to run cover 4 right here. You know what I'm saying? Whatever name I call it, cover 4, whatever. Boom. So it came out trips to the field at tight end nub backside, which we all saw. So our corners, cover 4, this guy, that's your guy. And my thing was, now I'm watching it. I should have backed them up, but they were on a plus 45, so I didn't put them too deep, and then a guy, whatever. So I played no more line with the guys, and
Are you playing it like palms?
Yeah, I played like palm.
Okay.
And I had a safety and a corner on the tight end, but my safety saw the 3 guys to the field run an over route, so he thought that he had to take that. But I had a guy right there. So that at least my corner by himself on a 6'3" tight end. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, my corner was never beat. He was on top of him the whole time. The problem was he fell down. You know what I'm saying? He fell down. If he stays up, we're going to overtime.
Yeah.
But the way it looked like I was a man to make it was by himself, but he would put me by himself. You know what I'm saying? The guy saw the wrong read, whatever. And mind you, it felt like a movie. The ball was in the air ball. I felt like 20 minutes. I'm looking at him. When he falls down, my heart drops. Because I know there's nobody there. You know what I'm saying? He falls down, and dude, imagine ball. He got the ball on the 5-yard line. So he was up the tackle. Overtime. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
But when he falls down, I just couldn't believe that just happened to me.
Yeah. Not like that.
You know, and it's like a movie. The lights was in my eyes, like the crowd was loud to roar, the body feel the roar of the crowd. It just lost.
So, would you rather lose 71-23 or that way?
I'd rather lose the blowout. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Me too, because when you whoop my ass, it's just like, yo, they better. They was better than us. Like, we seen Denver was way better than the Lakers. We can talk LeBron, we can talk AD, what he did. No, they was better than y'all. If both of y'all bought y'all A game, y'all was gonna lose. Like, if both of y'all bought y'all just gonna beat them. So, like, yeah, I'd rather lose like that.
It was one thing. And then for the coach to see the player that fell down, he was a sophomore, first year starter. He was a cornerback for me. And I walk up to him, man, and he only could say was, Coach, crying, ball and crying. Mm-hmm. I let the team down. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? As a coach, I got teary-eyed. I couldn't cry. I didn't want to cry. But I felt for him because he said, Coach, I let the team down. I let the seniors down, Coach. And he's balling and crying. And I'm like, even now, I'm getting this thing while this one thing like, dang, the coach, man, like, I could have done better. I felt like I could have done better in that moment. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't learned. Now we practice that segment in our Thursday practices. You know, but then you know, last play we do it now. It's all a tool. It's all a process now.
Yeah, man. Like
you know what I'm saying?
Every failure is not a failure. That should show you for the next time.
No question.
You know what I'm saying? So
it wasn't bad. I just couldn't believe it happened. So mind you guys, we was up 21-7 in the fourth quarter in the state championship game with 5:21 to go. That's crazy. To know you lose on a Hail Mary. They got the ball back. They scored the 2 plays, scored so fast off the basic. It was like a misread. You know what I'm saying? And D-line guys, mishap, it's okay. But in the back end, a misread, our touchdown.
it cost you.
You know what I'm saying? It happened. Our safety made an O route, and we're coming through this time. Our safety didn't think he had to take the O route, but he had because they had to one side. He let him go back, and nobody's there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it scored, boom. Then they got 2-point conversion. That was the kicker. If we would have stopped, we would have been about 2. Would have been good, but they got 2. Now it's tied. So then our quarterback Saquon, one of the best players I've seen, games I've seen, man. One of them guys that are the leader. He's a gamer. You know, Saquon Miles was definitely a dog. But he got hurt in the week before his green run, and so the kids kept saying we ran like probably 26 times. But he got $5 a walk. You know, it was easy money.
Yeah.
So. He took Coach said, I'm going one more time. Mind you, we on the 30 going in. He ran up and the coach said, Coach, can you say quantum more, Coach? He hurting. Coach said, just one more time, I gotta play one more time. That one play got hurt. He couldn't go no more. Like his ankle and he was done. Now we gotta go with our backup quarterback. No reps at quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So
look, this is the part where I like to have a little fun, right? Give me right now the top 3 defensive guys that you think right now.
Right now? Yeah. In our area right now? It's a little tough. 3 a little tough, man. I don't want to be biased. I think
that's excluding yourself.
Oh,
excluding yourself.
My team?
No, yeah, just excluding you and your team.
His program, isn't it?
Yeah, excluding your program.
Okay. I would say right now, there's a kid from Green Run, man, named Tyler Baker, outside linebacker, man. I think that he's very explosive. He's definitely a guy. He played us last year. He had 20 tackles. You know, we buck him all night. You know what I'm saying? He made us pay for it. So he's definitely one. I think there's definitely one of the effective players on defense in the area, man. I think.
How good is that linebacker at Phoenix?
Oh yeah. Little undersized, but he's a dog. You know what I'm saying? The kid Tillery. I think that he's definitely a kid that has a passion for the game and has a nose for the football. And we all know, playing linebacker, you played, and I played as well. At backer, having a nose for the ball, you can't coach that.
No, you just got it.
You just have that instinct. You know, you have that trait. You know what I'm saying? And he has that ability to see and scrap right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you play like undersized backer, you'll be fast. He's very fast. You know what I'm saying? We know now that in today's game, speed kills. You know what I'm saying? If power, if I hit power for get going, I'm gonna win that battle. You know what I'm saying? I think he's really good, man, and he's definitely a good player. And what's the kid name? I don't really know the kid name, but it's a DN that played for National River. Number 3. I don't know his name fully, but he was an end coach, and he's gonna be a good player in college, man. Probably maybe a D1 double-A guy, but he's definitely a pass rushing ability, top notch. He's really good, man, for them. He comes to senior this year, man. He's definitely a guy that we got to worry about part of the play all the time, but he's definitely a good player.
Okay. Who wins 4A, 5A, 6A?
This year, at 4A, we'll start 4A. I'm gonna go with Phoebus. They moved from 3 to 4 this year. The only time I see them compete with them will be probably Dinwiddie out of Richmond, who won last year 4A. I think Phoebus will have enough guys to put it.
Does Malcolm have a chance in 3A?
No, I don't. I don't think they have a chance. I don't think that a lot of the players left.
Did safety leave?
Yeah, he did leave.
Yeah, Rattler.
Yeah,
Rattler. He went to Smith.
Nah.
Oh.
Hey man, we ain't doing that up here today.
Come on, man. You know I'm good, dog.
Hey man,
Hey, dog. You know I'm good at this shit.
Hey man, all I can say is he had a good program. I would say, man,
He could play. I remember him as a 8th grade.
Yeah.
Like 8th grade when I was 9th grade when I was at 8th grade when he was playing JV.
Yeah.
When I was at Norfolk. Yeah.
He definitely. I think no guy that the 1 year back from the playoffs this year. They can't go to the playoffs. A lot of their seniors.
Where's that from?
From the fight last year against Stevens. So that's why a lot of the players seniors are leaving. Because
So that didn't have. So why did they only get suspended? So
no. So I think because they were done. I think that what I heard was they were supposed to come together and have a compromise on who will be going. And Norco said basically F y'all. So it had it on their own, and that's what they're gonna ask. Kind of like the hammer down. That's what I don't know how true it is, but that's what I heard. So that was that. I think if we come at 5-8. I gotta go us, man. I think we got.
So Maury was 5-8.
Yeah, I think we got a smoke.
Who you think you play?
I think we play Stonebridge, the state championship again. A lot of bad blood between the two programs.
They beat y'all with the catch, right?
Yeah, and we beat them 19 for the state championship.
So that's
the trilogy, we'll say, man.
So who wins 6?
I think Freedom. I think Freedom back to back. I think that the Power. I think that they.
How good is that game gonna be with them in Holland Springs?
It's gonna be one of them classics. I think 2 staffs, who believe.
So you don't think Freedom blows them out?
No, hell no. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I don't think so at all. I think it'll be very, very close game. Very close game. I think actually probably 21-14, 21-17, something like that.
Yeah, that's Freedom. They
rolling for sure. They definitely rolling. 6. I think that the problem is I think that Smith gonna run into Highland Springs. Now the problem I think Smith gonna run into the next couple of years is Highland Springs. They're the same region. So now I think they could have redone that. So they're gonna play in the 6-mile final, but they're in the same region, which I think gonna cause Smith fans will be a little upset. Like
because they're gonna keep losing.
They're gonna keep actually losing. I'm saying it's gonna be tough. They got the region, you know what I'm saying? And we all know now that they have a stigma where they are always saying state or nothing. That's what the program is.
It's just like we talked about earlier.
You know what I'm saying? And I think now for the next probably 3 years, they won't see a run there. I don't think,
When will we ever get that game?
No.
Maury Smith?
As long as Chris Scott, the head coach there, we won't see that game.
Why is that?
There's a lot of bad blood between the 2 head coaches. More so on our end. I think that it's more personal than football. I think that's why he always said it's more personal than football. You know what I'm saying? Okay. If we played them, it wouldn't be about football. It'd be more personal.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? And people say we're scared and all that. I say, ain't my call, but the head coach said what he said, and I'm with him because the guy, the coach, he makes accusations.
And that's something
on
both sides.
Yeah, and people say they want to say, but the head coach say, hey, I know it. Pre-game when I see him, I'm gonna spit in his face. Just what it is.
You.
I'm just saying.
Oh, you said you.
I don't know who said it.
Okay.
But they said if I see this guy in person, I'm gonna spit in his face.
And that was directly to
the Smith coaches.
Okay.
From our side.
Okay.
So the game gonna be played. I think it should be played, but it won't ever have to. Now, if coach he steps down, resigns, we'll play it. We'll play them. So.
Well, man, I appreciate you coming in.
Oh, no doubt, man. Anytime.
We're gonna do this again. We'll do this mid-season. Come back after the season. We're gonna get Q up here. We'll get some more.
Get Q.
We'll get some staffs up here.
Shout out my boy Q Payton, man. Good old C. That's my guy, man. Love him, dog.
Yeah, y'all gotta. I gotta come on y'all show too, man.
Hey, yeah, man. Hey, on Mondays, man, we do it. Instagram joint.
Yeah, you already know I'm starting pod. I'm coaching this year too.
Yeah, all the free time in the world. Y'all chill.
My man.
My man. Appreciate my boy.
Shot clock.
For sure. Yo. Tyler, that shit was bad. We played with niggas that been bad.
Oh, yeah, niggas know how to talk.